Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to discuss the types of financial analysis. Last class or previous classes we have discussed about the financial statement. Financial statement means first it is a statement of income statement and as well as a statement of balance sheet. Okay, and what is financial analysis? Financial analysis is nothing but how you are analyzing the financial statement, the income statement as well as balance sheet, and establishing the relationship between the various component in the financial statement is known as financial analysis. And to know or to check the strength and weakness of a particular company, whether the company is performing good or bad, whether the performance is up to mark or not, whether the performance is increasing or decreasing, to check that one has to prepare the financial analysis. And today we are very much confined, and this is an important topic, that is the types of financial analysis. Under the types of financial analysis, there are the three things will be there. On the basis of material use, there is a type. On the basis of modes of operandi, that is modes of operation. On the basis of time horizon, there are the three categories at which we can divide the types of financial analysis. One is on the basis of material use. It may be external analysis and it may be internal analysis. What is external analysis and what is internal analysis? Those people who are external to the company, it may be government, it may be suppliers, it may be creditors, it may be bankers, it may be investor, who are there outside of the company. They are interested in the financial statement. They have to analyze the financial statement for taking the decision. So analyzing the particular financial statement by external people like creditors, like suppliers, like bankers, governments, stock exchange, investor, they are the external people who are there outside of the organization. They want to check the strength and weakness of the company and performance of the company. So that is known as external analysis. The external people who are there outside of the organization, they have to analyze the particular company's strength and weakness. That is external analysis. Next to external analysis on the basis of material use, one is internal analysis. Another one, internal means there are certain people who are there in the organization. It is the employee who want to know, who want to check the performance of the company. It is the manager who want to know the performance of the company, whether the company's performance is improving or deteriorating. It is the executive who has to know the company's performance. So these are the internal people who are very much interested in the financial statement, and they have to analyze the financial strength and weakness of the company. They have to analyze the financial health of the company, and that analysis done by the internal people is known as what, everybody? Internal analysis. कोई ना कोई होगा जो कि इवेल्यूएट करेगा फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट को, वो एक्सटर्नली डिफरेंट पीपल के द्वारा, आउटसाइड ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा वो क्या है एनालाइज किया जा सकता है. और इंटरनल पीपल आल्सो कैन डू द एनालिसिस ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट आल्सो. So on the basis of material use, it may be external analysis or internal analysis. Then on the basis of modes of operandi, it can be also two types. One is this very much important, that is horizontal analysis, another is vertical analysis. What is that, everybody? Horizontal or horizontal analysis, another is vertical analysis. What is horizontal analysis? What is vertical analysis? So in the case of horizontal analysis, you have to compare the balance sheet, the income statement of over the year period. You have to compare the balance sheet as well as the profit and loss account for 2 year period or more than 2 year period. So you need to compare the financial statement over a period of time. That is known as horizontal analysis. For the horizontal analysis, the one of the biggest tool that is used, that is known as comparative statement. The comparative statement is used as a tool under the horizontal analysis, where you have to compare the financial position of a organization in various period. आपको क्या किया जाएगा? You have to compare the position of the organization in various period. That is under the horizontal analysis. The comparative statement is a kind of tool used, and trend percentage, another tool that is used for the comparative analysis, that is trend percentage. So these are the tools which are used under the horizontal analysis. जब आप एक बैलेंस शीट पीरियड से दूसरे बैलेंस शीट पीरियड को कंपेयर करते हो, सो ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम व्हेन यू आर कंपेयरिंग द बैलेंस शीट एज वेल इनकम स्टेटमेंट over the period of time, then you can use the horizontal analysis, where you can use the specific tools like comparative statement as well as what trend percentage for that purpose. And vertical analysis, you have to compare the different items of 1 year period, you have to compare the different item of the particular period by taking the item as base. You have to take the item, some item as base, and you have to compare within the particular year only, within the particular 1 year or specific period only. You have to compare that one. That is known as what? Vertical analysis. Under the vertical analysis, the common side statement, one of the tool is being used. That is common side statement. We will read later. Common side statement. This is a tool is used. Another tool what is used is ratio analysis. Okay, this is another chapter we are going to read under the financial statement and analysis. So two tools that is used in the vertical analysis is that common size statement as well as what? Ratio analysis. You have to compare. You have to take an item as a base and you have to compare that item to other item, how much they will vary. So that analysis is known as what? Vertical analysis. Okay, next analysis is all about short term analysis and long term analysis. Short term analysis is within a period of 1 year and more than 1 year, 1 year, 5 year, like that. That is long term analysis. In the long term analysis, you have to analyze the long term solvency position of the organization, the profitability position of the organization, the long term liquidity of the organization. And in the short term analysis, you also interested with knowing the short term solvency of the organization or short term liquidity position of the organization. Liquidity मतलब क्या है? Whether you are able to pay as and when due, then that is known as liquidity. Okay, जब कभी भी कोई भी obligation आए तो आप अपना obligation को fulfill कर लेते हो, वो क्या है? आपका liquidity position क्या है? Sound है. It means you are financially strong. Suppose your current asset is 10,000 but current liability is 15,000. That means your current asset is not sufficient enough to cover the current liability. That means your liquidity position is low. If the current asset is 15,000, current liability is 10,000, means current asset is sufficient enough to cover the current liability. That means your liquidity position is quite good. Okay, so to know the short term solvency position, solvency means what? You have to go for production, you have to go for any kind of obligation within a short period of time without any problem. That means your short term position or the short term solvency position or the liquidity position is quite good for your organization. So under short term analysis, you have to check the liquidity position of the organization within a period of 1 year, your solvency position of the organization within a period of 1 year. In the long term analysis, we have to analyze the profitability position in the long term and the long term solvency or long term liquidity position of the organization. We have to analyze it. So these are the types of financial analysis on the basis of materials used, on the basis of modes of operandi, and on the basis of time horizon. Apart from these kind of types, another types also there on the basis of entity. On the basis of entity, there are two types are there. One is, we can say, cross sectional analysis. Cross sectional analysis. Another one is time series analysis. Another one is time series analysis. Okay, these are the two analysis also there on the basis of entity. On the cross sectional analysis, what will happen? You have to compare your farm with other farm. That is cross sectional analysis. That is inter farm comparison. On the time series analysis, what will be there? You have to compare within your organization inter farm comparison. Then if it is intra farm comparison, then that is known as फार्म के अंदर ही आप कंपेयर करते हो, तो वो क्या है? टाइम सीरीज एनालिसिस है. और फार्म आपके फार्म और दूसरे फार्म में अगर कंपैरिजन करते हो, वो क्या है? क्रॉस सेक्शनल एनालिसिस. सो हियर टाइम सीरीज एनालिसिस, दैट इज वी कैन से इंट्रा फार्म कंपैरिजन. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? क्रॉस सेक्शनल में क्या होता है? इंटर फार्म. दो डिफरेंट फार्म में कंपैरिजन होता है, यहाँ पे इंट्रा फार्म के अंदर कंपेयर होता है. सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट types of financial analysis. Okay, so these are different types of, on the basis of materials used, on the basis of modes of entry, modes of operandi, and on the basis of time horizon, we can segregate into these categories. Okay, we are now discussing about the different tools, methods, or devices of financial analysis. Okay, so these are the different tools, methods, devices being used. One is comparative statement, then trend analysis, common size statement, fund flow statement, case flow statement, and cost volume profit analysis. These are the different kind of tools, methods, or devices that can be used. So today we will very much focus on the comparative statement. So what is this comparative statement is all about? Comparative statement means you have to see the magnitude and direction of changes in the financial position and performance of a firm over a period of time. You have to see what is the change, what is the magnitude of change, what is the direction of change in the financial position of a particular company over a period of time. Comparative statement में क्या होता है, एक कंपनी का जो फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन कैसे चेंज हुआ है एक पीरियड से लेके दूसरे पीरियड तक, उसका फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन किस दिशा से जा रहा है, किस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, किस मैग्नीट्यूड से जा रहा है उस फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन over a period of time, then that is known as, if you can discuss that one, that is known as comparative statement. Comparative statement का मतलब क्या है? You have to compare, you have to analyze the magnitude and direction of the financial position of a company over a period of time. Okay, and then in the comparative statement there is a two financial position will be there. Okay, two balance sheet will be there. Okay, two income statement will be there. Okay, two years will be there. Okay, there are 2 year will be there, two income statement will be there, two balance sheet will be there, and you have to compare the firm, its financial position of this firm with its several number of years. 1 year to another year, you have to compare the magnitude, its direction of what, of its financial position. Okay, जहां पे दो फाइनेंशियल, दो बैलेंस शीट होगा. ओके, जहां पे क्या होगा, दो बैलेंस शीट होगा, दो इनकम स्टेटमेंट होगा, और 2 ईयर का, प्रीवियस ईयर का और करंट ईयर का क्या होगा, फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन होगा. आप क्या करेंगे, आप कंपेयर करेंगे. That is known as what everybody that is known as what everybody comparative statement. So in the comparative statement the figures are given. Okay, where you the absolute figure will be given. You have to find out what is the change. Okay, current asset इस साल 10,000 था, पिछले साल 8,000 था. So 8,000 10,000, there is a change is how much, 2,000. Okay, and you have to calculate the percentage. How to calculate the percentage? Okay, how to calculate the percentage? Percentage can be calculated change by original into 100. Okay, this is the way we have to calculate the percentage. So in case of comparative statement, the absolute data will be provided to you and you have to calculate the change, then you have to calculate the percentage change of the one financial year to another financial year. So that is known as what everybody, comparative statement. You have to find out whether the financial position is increasing or decreasing from 1 year to another year. So comparative statement का मतलब क्या है? You have to compare the financial position from 1 year period to another year period. You have to compare the income statement as well as the balance sheet from one accounting period to another accounting period. So that is known as what? Comparative statement. You have to see the direction, you have to compare its magnitude, uska change kitna hua hai, you have to find out what is the absolute change. Okay, you have to find out what is the percentage change, whether the particular financial position is increasing or decreasing. You have to find out that one. Then what is this objective? What is this objectives of financial what is this objective of comparative statement? A comparative statement का objective क्या है? इस comparative statement का जो क्या है, purpose क्या है? What is the purpose? Okay, to draw certain conclusion, you need to draw certain conclusion whether the balance sheet position from 1 year to another year is improving or not, whether the particular items are having certain change or not, whether the particular items are increasing or decreasing. Based upon the change, you have to take the decision. You can able to know the strength and weakness of the company. You can able to know the strength and weakness of the company. That is your objective of comparative statement. You can able to know and the management can able to plan and forecast for the future through this particular comparative statement. And you can know 1 year period and another year period. You can compare for the purpose of comparison whether the performance is good or bad, whether increasing or decreasing, in order to know the financial position and liquidity position. Okay, financial position, liquidity position from 1 year to another year. Okay, and you have to know the trend. whether it is increasing or decreasing from one year to another year, whether that is upward or downward trend, you can able to know through this financial statement. So sorry, this comparative statement. Comparative statement में क्या होगा, आपको क्या पता चलेगा, कंपनी का स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, वीकनेस क्या है, वो उसका परफॉर्मेंस बेहतर हो रहा है या घट रहा है, कंपनी का मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ अर्निंग कैसा है, कंपनी का लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन बढ़ रहा है या घट रहा है. You can compare, and it is also helpful for the planning and forecasting, and it is always a useful tool for the preparation of financial report for the purpose in the future. Okay, so through this comparative statement you can prepare the financial report also, and you can able to know the how much your trend in sales. The main part is what? Sales. Okay, so everywhere the main item we are concerned about the sales, how the sales, whether the sales is increasing or decreasing, the trend of sales, the trend of profitability you can know through this particular comparative statement. So the objective or purpose of comparative statement is very much clear. You have to know the strength and weakness and financial position of the company in between 2 years, how much the trend, whether the trend is upward or downward, whether it is whether increasing or decreasing. To check that one, you can prepare this particular comparative statement. Okay, then there are two, so there are two comparative statement. Okay, comparative statement कितना होता है? दो. One is income statement, दूसरा क्या है? Balance sheet. Okay, so there are two comparative statement. One is balance sheet, another one is whatever income statement. There are the two components. One is income statement comparative statement and balance sheet comparative statement. There are the two comparative statement. One is income statement and another is whatever balance sheet. So today we are very much confined to discuss about what is, okay, what are the different components of comparative statement of balance sheet. Okay, what are the different components of comparative statement of balance sheet? So under the comparative statement of balance sheet, we have to compare the balance sheet position or the position statement of 1 year period to another year period. We have to know the current asset position, the current liability position from 1 year to another period. We have to know the non-current liability position and non-current asset position from 1 year period to another year period. We can know the fixed asset position from 1 year to another year. We can able to know the tangible asset from 1 year period to another year period. Okay, we also know the different kind of current liability, current asset, okay, non-current asset, non-current liability, all the components of balance sheet. We have to compare the items, how much they can vary from 1 year to another year. The items under the balance sheet has to be compared from 1 year to another year. So there should be two balance sheet will be prepared. Now we are going to discuss about the advantage of this particular comparative statement. The advantage is what? It is very much useful for a particular business. Okay, ordinary balance sheet and this particular comparative statement balance sheet, it is quite differ. Okay, the advantage of comparative balance sheet is it's more useful than other ordinary balance sheet. Then forming opinion about the progress of the enterprise. So it can, one can able to know whether the organization is progressing or not, improving or not. Through this particular comparative balance sheet, one can able to know. If there is a single balance sheet, then there will be nothing will be known. Okay, it shows only the status, only the position of the company. If there will be two balance sheet will be there under the comparative balance sheet or under the comparative statement, comparative balance sheet will be there. If two balance sheet will be there, it will helpful for you to compare. Then tool to analyze the financial position of a firm over a period of time. Then it is a tool, this particular comparative balance sheet under the comparative statement is a kind of tool to analyze. You can analyze the financial position of a company or a firm over a period of time. Over a period of time means one time to another time, 1 year to another year. Okay, now we are going to discuss what are the different procedures. What are the procedures, okay, of preparing? What is the procedure of preparing comparative balance sheet? Okay, what is the procedure of preparing the comparative balance sheet? We have to see. So what are the things required? First, the first column will be the particulars column will be there. Next column will be the previous years. The previous year's financial position will be there. Then the current year's financial position will be there. Then we have to calculate the change. Okay. Then we have to calculate the percentage. Okay. How to calculate the change? You have to deduct from the current year financial position to the previous year financial position. Then you can find out the change. How to calculate the percentage? You can calculate the percentage change. Okay. That is change by original. Okay. Change by original into 100. Then you can calculate the percentage change. Under the percentage change, what you can know whether it is the figure, the trend is increasing or decreasing. You can able to know under this particular comparative statement balance sheet. So this is the procedure you have to follow while preparing the particular comparative balance sheet, where particulars will be there, the items will be already there, the previous year figure will be there, and current year figure will be there. You have to deduct from current year figure with the previous year figure to find out the change, and thereafter we have to calculate the percentage change. Okay, the percentage change can be calculated by comparing the change by original into 100. Okay, so this is the preparation of comparative balance sheet. Comparative income statement we are not discussing today. We are discussing about the comparative balance sheet only. And now we can solve a particular problem by knowing the format of this particular comparative balance sheet. We have to know what is comparative balance sheet format. Thereafter we can solve different kind of problem, so for our better understanding. Okay, so what is the format? So this is the format one has to follow. Format of comparative balance sheet. Okay, so what will be there? The different item will be there. As I told earlier, the particulars will be there. Okay, next what will come? We can say let's take 31st March 2019, then or 18, 31st March 2019. Okay, this is the let's take current year will be the 31st March 2019, and previous year is 31st March 2018. Then the next figure will come absolute change, and the last figure will be coming percentage change, that is increased or decreased. Okay, so these are the different column you have to make it of. Okay, this is the it is the vertical column. Okay, so what will be there under the format of comparative balance sheet? Particulars column will be there, and the previous year figure will be there. Okay, let's take current year figure is current year is 2019, and previous year is 2018, and we have to, with this particular format, one has to prepare the comparative balance sheet. So what will be coming? The first item, what will be coming? Equity and liabilities. Okay, equities and liabilities will be there. Okay, under equity and liabilities, okay, the first item will be shareholders fund. Okay, under shareholder fund, what will be there? Share capital, then reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. Okay, next one after the equity and liability, next item, non-current liability. Which is not current liability is known as what? Non-current liabilities. Okay, so under non-current liability, what will come? Long-term borrowings, then long-term provisions. Next, current liabilities. Under current liability, what will be there? That is short terms, borrowings, trade payable. All the current liability will be put under this particular column. Whether sundry creditor will be there, or bills payable will be there, or trade payable will be there. Okay. Then short term provisions or other current liabilities. Okay. So this particular column we discussed about the particular column. First will be the equity and liabilities. So all the liabilities parts are over. Okay, then we have to go for what? Let's take this is 1. Okay, this is 2, that is asset. Okay, under asset what will come? Let's take non-current asset, that is fixed assets which are coming. Okay, we can say fixed asset, then tangible assets, then intangible asset, that is goodwill, then long term loans and advances, long term loan and advances, then long term investments. Okay, thereafter you have to go for what? Current asset. We know what can come under the current asset, that is sundry debtors, bills receivable, etc. That will come. Okay, and you have to, the figure will be put in two columns. Okay, the respective figures we can put in the columns. Okay, whatever the figures are there, we have to put the respective figures, and we have to find out what is the absolute change. Suppose here here the shareholder fund is 1 lakh, here 2 lakh. What is the change? It is 1 lakh. Okay, what is the percentage change? So here 1 lakh is there. Let's take here 1 lakh is there, the for the shareholder fund for 31st March 2018, and for the 31st March 2019, that is 2 lakh is there. How much the absolute change? That is this column minus this column. Let's take this column will be A column, this column will be B column. So B minus A, the absolute change is how much? 1 lakh. What is the percentage change? That is percentage increase or decrease. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? Increase हुआ है. So what is the percentage change? So 1 lakh by 1 lakh into 100. So change, what is the change by original? Original is 1 lakh into 100. So how much the change? 100%. Okay, let's take the trade payable is something like 50,000, then 25,000. यहाँ पे कितना? ये trade payable क्या हुआ है? Decrease हुआ है. Okay, how much the change? We can say how much the change? So you can say minus 25,000. So how to calculate the change by original into 100? So 25 by 50,000 into 100. So how much the change? It is something like 50% decrease in the trade payable. So you can able to calculate the last column. Our objective in the comparative balance sheet is to calculate the last column by knowing the various periods items figure will be there, and we have to calculate the only the changes, how much the absolute change in its item. Okay, as I told earlier, here 1 lakh is there in the previous year, and the current year is there 2 lakh. Okay, so what is the change? It is in the absolute term, that change is only 1 lakh. How to calculate the percentage? Percentage कैसे calculate किया जाता है? Change by original, ये original है, into 100. Similarly यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? 50,000 previous year में था trade payable, यहाँ पे कितना चेंज हुआ है? 50,000 था, यहाँ पे 25,000 हो गया, तो क्या हुआ, डिक्रीज हुआ, कितना डिक्रीज हुआ, तो 25,000 डिक्रीज हुआ. तो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस पर्टिकुलर percentage change in or decrease in the trade payable change, that is change is 25,000, originally is 50,000 into 100, so how much it will be 50%. What is this, everybody? This is the 50% decrease in the trade payable. Similarly, all the items will be there under this particular comparative balance sheet, and you can able to calculate the percentage change in or percentage increase or decrease in the particular item. Okay, so this is the particular format you have to follow while calculating this particular while doing solution in a particular comparative balance sheet. Okay, then what are the guidelines, what are the guidelines of interpreting, what are the guidelines of interpreting comparative balance sheet? Okay, what are the guidelines one has to follow while interpreting this particular comparative balance sheet? So the guidelines will be, okay, one is current financial position, then long term financial position, last one is profitability position. In these three categories we can interpret and we can analyze the comparative balance sheet. One is current financial position, next one is long term financial position, last one is what, profitable position. In these three way we can interpret the particular comparative balance sheet. So how to interpret a particular comparative balance sheet on the basis of current financial position? Current financial position में मतलब क्या है? Current financial position मतलब whether your current asset is sufficient enough to cover the current liability or not. Your current asset should be more than your current liability. If your current asset are not more than your current liability, that means what, your liquidity position is not sound. If your current liability is more, then your liquidity position is not sound, your short term paying capacity is not sound, you are not able to recover your current liability from your current asset. That means you are not in a position to fulfill your needs from your current asset within a period of 1 year. So through this particular current financial position or in this way you can interpret the comparative balance sheet. Similarly also long term financial position also, through long term solvency position also you can interpret the finance comparative balance sheet also. In the long term financial position, what you have to see, you have to compare the fixed asset with the non current liability and capital. Okay, if the fixed asset, if the fixed asset is more than the non-current liability or the capital, if the fixed asset is more than your long-term debts, long-term bonds, if your fixed assets are more than your long-term bonds, that is non-current liability or debenture and capital, then the part of the things of the financial asset you will be financed from working capital. If fixed asset will be less than the non-current liability and capital, then part of the particular fixed asset should be financed from लॉन्ग टर्म सोर्सेस. यहाँ पे दो चीज आया है, यहाँ पे क्या है, एक है आपका क्या क्या है, फिनेंशियल एसेट क्या है, जो फिक्स्ड एसेट है वो ज्यादा है या कम है आपके नॉन करेंट लायबिलिटी एंड कैपिटल के मुकाबले. आपका अगर फिनेंशियल एसेट मोर देन टू द पर्टिकुलर नॉन करेंट लायबिलिटी और कैपिटल हुआ तो आप फाइनेंस करेंगे कहां से, शॉर्ट टर्म सोर्सेस से. शॉर्ट टर्म सोर्सेस मींस वर्किंग कैपिटल सोर्सेस से फाइनेंस करोगे सो फिक्स एसेट को परचेज करने में. सिमिलरली उसका अगर उल्टा हुआ, मतलब आपका फिनेंशियल फिक्स्ड एसेट इज लेस देन टू योर नॉन करंट लायबिलिटी, दैट मींस part of the fixed asset should be financed from the long term sources of finance also. So you can able to know the long term solvency position of the organization, and that through that basis you can interpret the comparative balance sheet also. Then you also have to know whether the profitability position is up to mark or not, whether the profitability position is increasing or decreasing by calculating different gross profit, net profit, different kind of ratios. You can interpret this comparative balance sheet. If your Let's take, if your short-term solvency position is good, that is current financial position is good, that does not mean that the long-term solvency position is also good. There is no such guarantee that the long-term solvency position is also depend upon the short-term solvency position. If the short-term position is good, if your current asset is more than the current liability, that does not mean that your long-term asset should be more than to the long-term liability. That is not having any kind of sense. So that's why that depends upon the interpreter, the way he or she is interpreting the particular balance sheet. Because as a particular accountant, as a particular party, you have to take the decision from the balance sheet by interpreting those results on the basis of this particular current financial position, long term financial position, and profitability position. You have to use this kind of things to interpret the result of the comparative balance sheet. So this is the format we have prepared. Now we will focus on a particular question for your understanding about clearly about these particular comparative statements, comparative balance sheet. Then you can understand clearly. So now we'll solve a particular numerical or problem for your better understanding. Let's go for a question for that purpose. Okay, I have to write the questions. Okay, then I have to solve that particular question, then you can understand. Okay, look at here is the we are solving a particular question about the comparative balance sheet. Okay, while discussing about the format of the comparative balance sheet, the first one will be liability side, the lower part will be the asset side. Under liability side, the equity and liabilities will be there. Under the shareholder fund will be there. Under shareholder part, share capital will be there, reserve surplus will be there, and non-current liability under that long term borrowing will be there, current liability will be there. Assets, there will be a non-current asset. Under non-current asset, fixed asset will be there, and there is another asset, that is current asset. Look at this is a balance sheet of Rachna Limited, and the 2016 figure is there, and 2015 figure is also there. The share capital is 1,50,000 in the year 2016, whereas in the previous year the share capital was 1 lakh. Similarly, reserve and surplus, that is 1 lakh is there in the current year, whereas previous year the reserve and surplus 1 lakh. Similarly, long term borrowing, that is 80,000 was there in the 2016, and in the previous year that is 20,000 is there. Similarly, this current year is the 2016, and the previous year is the 2015. The current liability is 50,000 in the current year, whereas previous year the current liability, that is trade payable, is 30,000. Similarly, the fixed asset is the 3 lakh in the current year, whereas 2 lakh in the previous year, that is in the year 2015. And the current asset is 80,000 in the current year, whereas in the previous year that is 50,000. And we have to use the comparative balance sheet statement, and we have to find the solution of this particular problem of Rachna Limited, where we are knowing the different items, its figure in the previous year 2015 as well as in the current year, that is 2016. Let's find out the solution of this problem. Okay, let's go for the solution of this particular problem. Okay, so this is the comparative balance sheet of Rachna Limited as at, you have to write as at, that is 31st March 2015 as well as 31st March 2016. Both the year you have to mention, and first column will be the particulars column, and the next column will be the second column, that is the 31st March 2015, that is the previous year's column will be there. Thereafter the current year column will be there, and the very next column will be the change, that is the absolute change, and the percentage change. Percentage change mein kya hoga, you have to mention whether that is increasing or decreasing. Okay, look at uh, this Rachna Limited, there is a shareholder fund will be there, and in the previous year, if you see in the previous year, the shareholder fund, under the shareholder fund, share capital is there. The share capital has increased. That means the share capital of previous year we have to put 1 lakh in the 2015, and in the 2016 it is 1 lakh 50,000. That means there is a increase in the share capital from 1 lakh to 1 lakh 50,000. What is the change? How to calculate change? That is, if you take this column is A and this column is B, how to calculate the C column, that is the change column, that is B minus A. Okay, so you have to deduct 1 lakh from 1 lakh 50,000. So what will come? What is the change? That is 50,000. And what is the percentage change? How to calculate the D column? So the D column can be calculated. How to calculate the D column? The D column can be calculated C by A into 100. That is C column. This is the C column. That is the change by original. Original means A. So A column C by A into 100. So 50,000 by 1 lakh into 100. So what is the change? What is the percentage change? यहाँ पे क्या है? Increase हुआ है. So 50,000 by 1 lakh into 100 means, so how much the change? That is the 50%. That is the 50%. यहाँ पे percentage हम लिखे हैं. So 50%, यहाँ पे फिर से percentage लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. So 50% increase in the share capital. Then is there any item? So another item is there, that is reserve and surplus. For the previous year, that is 2015, it is 1 lakh, and this year, current year also, it is 1 lakh. So there is no such change in this particular reserve and surplus also. Okay, is there any item left for the liability side? Yes, there is items also there. There is long term borrowing. In the previous year, the long term borrowing is something like 20,000, whereas in the current year the figure will be around how much? 80,000. So there is an increase in the long term liability also, that is about 20,000 to what? 80,000. Okay, similarly there is a current liability also there. So first we have to calculate the long term borrowing. What is the percentage increase? How to calculate? What is the change? 20,000, 80,000. So what is the change? That is 60,000. It is increasing. So 60,000 by 20,000 into 100. That means how much you will get? That is how much? 300%. Okay, how much you will get? That is 300%. Then is there any item left for the liabilities? Yes, another item is there, that is current liability, that is trade payable. Look at trade payable. यहाँ पे हम अभी टोटल नहीं करेंगे. Okay, so after completion of the current liabilities only, we have to make a total. Okay, under liability, still apart from the non-current liability, current liability still prevails. So what is this current liability? The trade payable itself is a current liability. That is for the previous year, or the 2015, that is 30,000 is there, and the current year, that is 50,000 is there, 5050. What the change? The change is something like 20,000. That is the increase. So what is the percentage change? 20,000 by 30,000 into 100. That is, you will get 66.67% increase in trade payable, and it is the time to total. Now after completion of the liability side, you have to make a total. So how much the total will be? Okay, so you have to calculate. Okay, so this is 30, 20, 50. This is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So 2 lakh 50,000. Then this is 1 lakh plus 1 lakh 50,000, then 2 lakh 50,000, then 80,000, then 50,000. So the total will come 3 lakh 80,000. Okay. Then 50,000, 60,000, then 20,000. So this is 1 lakh 30,000. Similarly, also you have to see for this calculating this percentage column, you should not go for the total. So how to calculate the percentage? How much the change in total? What is the change? First of all, what is the change? 2 lakh 50 से 3 lakh 80 हुआ है, तो कितना change हुआ है? 1 lakh 30 हुआ है. So 1 lakh 30 by 2 lakh 50 into 100 करोगे. 1,30,000 by 2,50,000 into 100 करने से कितना आ रहा है परसेंटेज? 52. आपको परसेंटेज कलम को टोटल नहीं करना है. टोटल करोगे तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? It will be wrong. So that's why you have to calculate, you have to make the column, 3 column. After that percentage column, you should not make the total. You should see the same procedure to calculate the percentage, that is C by A into 100. That is the change, then original into 100, so that you will get the last column. Okay, हमारा liabilities का काम खत्म हो गया, अभी एसेट में आएंगे। एसेट में क्या है, नॉन करंट एसेट है। नॉन करंट एसेट में क्या है, फिक्स एसेट है। ओके, क्वेश्चन देखोगे तो फिक्स्ड एसेट है जो कि टेंजिबल एसेट है अंडर द नॉन करंट एसेट में। ओके, सो व्हाट इज द फिक्स्ड एसेट और नॉन करंट एसेट? ओके, यहाँ पे जो फिक्स्ड एसेट है कितना है, 2 लाख था कौन सा ईयर में, 2015 में। करंट ईयर में कितना हुआ, 3 लाख। सो व्हाट इज द चेंज, इट इज समथिंग लाइक 1 lakh. So 1 lakh by 2 lakh into 100. So how much the percentage increase in the fixed asset? That is around 50%. Is there any item for the non-current asset? Is there? There is no item is there. Then we have to calculate the current asset. Okay. Then you see any item is there for the current asset or not? Yes, there is that trade receivable from the previous year. It is there in, that is 50,000, but in the current year the figure has increased from 50,000 to 80,000. So how much the change? The absolute change is around 30,000. So 30,000 by 50,000 into 100, then what you will get, that is 60. So again you have to make a total of that. So how much the total of this asset, 2,50,000. Okay, then 3,80,000. Same, the total of liability should be the total of current asset. Then what is the total? 1,30,000. Okay. Similarly, how to calculate the percentage? The change by original into 100. So how much? If you use your calculator, then 1,30,000 by 2,50,000 into 100 करने से क्या आएगा, 52% आएगा. Okay. So this is the way of preparation of what? Comparative balance sheet. Okay, where you need to calculate the change, that is absolute change, by deducting the current figure to the previous year figure. Thereafter you have to calculate the percentage change in. Okay, thereafter the particular individual can interpret this particular comparative balance sheet based upon his way of understanding, based upon the current financial position, current liquidity position, and the long-term liquidity position, and the profitability position. He can interpret the result. As in the question, the interpretation is not us, so you can't go for the interpretation. Only you have to prepare this particular comparative balance sheet of Rachna Limited, where the previous year figure was given and the current year figure was given, and you have to calculate only the change and with the percentage. So this is all about the preparation of the comparative balance sheet. Okay, so thank you for listening patiently this particular class about the financial analysis and the types of financial analysis. Okay, and also we discussed the purpose of this financial analysis and what are the different tools used in the financial analysis. And under the different tools or devices, the most important, the first is what? Comparative statement. Under comparative statement, two things will come. One is comparative income statement will come, comparative balance sheet will come. Today we discuss about its format of comparative balance sheet, and also we solve a particular problem about the comparative balance sheet. Thank you so much.